Alright. I think we are on a new setting. Give me a few minutes to get situated. I don't think I updated everything. I'm a little late getting ready today. I ate before I actually did, but I had to walk to go grab food, so. Dang. That was me shifting forward and my controller sliding out of my hands. That's what happened. Alright, let's check the volume, and then after that we're going to get started. I can hear my voice. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 159 of my livestream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. New week. Reset has occurred, so that means we've got to deal with some crafting stuff first, and then we'll go to this post-storyline. Welcome, hero, welcome. This hall has regained some of its former liveliness, and it is no small part due to your efforts. We're gonna finally get rid of these fermented juices. A marvelous fragrance. The produce of this land is ideal for brewing a fine spirit, one that shan't punish revelers the morrow after. Such a beverage is certain to win over our patrons. Yep. This will definitely level me. This gives me 3 more bag slots left. Yay. Thanks to you, our very own house spirit is now ready to be served. I must confess to feeling somewhat nervous, as if I were sending my child into his first battle. Not that I have any children, of course. Glad tidings, my friend. Our house spirit is enjoying unprecedented popularity. Mapopo is beside herself with joy. At long last, we made it. Gods, please let him be here. He will be. He must. After all that we've been through. Algu, Teleboj, what are you two doing here? That voice. It could only be. Chief, it's you. It's really you. Hero, I believe you can be trusted with my secret. Be not astonished, but the chief was once poised to become Khan. Not just any Khan, mind you, but that of the largest tribe on all the steppe, the Adarkim. But with great standing comes great risk, and after 8 assassination attempts and 4 sham marriages, he abruptly disappeared with nary a word. We too are sworn to serve the chief till death. Thus did we set out in search of him. First we scoured the length and breadth of the steppe. When we failed to find him there, we decided to venture forth farther afield. And after a grueling journey during which we were runaways, stowaways, and castaways in turn, we finally arrived here. How can this be? How can you learn the truth of my illustrious identity and not be surprised, impressed? I met your brother on the steppe. I don't pry into people's past. I met your brother on the steppe. You met my brother, and he's searching for me, you say? That is not wholly unexpected. Now you two, how did you know to find me here? Well, Chief, many adventurers come through Reunion these days. Through them, we heard tell of a tavern far to the west. Imagine our surprise when we learned that the proprietor was a man named Adkirag. That my whereabouts should be exposed in such a manner. Well, 'tis unlikely that any would-be assassins would follow me all this way. We did have one doubt, however. If you'd go so far as to conceal your face, why in the world would you go by your true name? But lo and behold, it really was you. We're quite baffled, to be honest. Such trifling details aside, you must not tell the others of this. It would not do to cause unnecessary concern. And I get those 3 bag slots filled right back. Crap baskets. Ad Keurig is delighted with your efforts. He now considers you a supporter of the hard place. And yet there is still much work to be done if the hard place is to not only survive, but thrive as well. To that end, Ad Keurig has a new favor to ask of you. For as long as we can remember, the Chief has always hidden his true identity to others. It's unheard of for him to trust an outsider. Hero has earned my trust thrice over. It is by virtue of his help that this tavern still exists. And if you two mean to remain here, then I expect you to make a contribution as well. Well then, Chief, I have an idea. A new type of booze invented by the mole has been popular of late. With your permission, we'll return to the steppe and learn the secrets of its making. Ah yes, the one with the new filling. While we're there, we can gather the ingredients as well so we can make it here. Oh, worry not, Chef, or Chief. We'll take care not to be seen by our tribesmen. I had an eye closed because I had an itch on my eye. While the idea is sound, I have my doubts about their ability to carry it out. I would feel much more at ease if you were to assist them. Count on me. Dependable as always. We are so close to becoming profitable again. Let us not lose our momentum. Go forth, my friend, and bring us the ingredients for making this new booze. Satisfaction guaranteed. Ad Keurig 3. Custom deliveries list for Ad Keurig has been updated. To view the new list, speak with Ad Keurig and select make a delivery. Or I could just do this. Custom deliveries, Ad Keurig, and this as well. Righty. Signature booze cookware. That's what we're making. We're gonna go to Kuronite X. I need 9 signature cookware materials. Gathering and perception, craftsmanship, and control. I'm probably gonna end up selling those. That sells pretty good. That sells for, not too shabby. Maybe 3,000? Oops. Yeah. We'll do that. That way those can all sell, and then I can put that away. Bag slots get better. Oh yeah. I think I have a spot in here. Yes, I do. This goes to skill speed. Alright. Let's go and make those items, shall we? All right. Oh, close. Did it. One more for good measure. I try and push the 85 as close as possible on Goldsmith. I want to try and hit 90 so I can make my little waterfall for my bathtub. Sounds so pretentious, doesn't it? Well, well, if it isn't Hero, for your contribution towards keeping the hard place in a good place, you have my heartfelt gratitude. Great booze requires great ingredients. With what you have brought, I can make booze the equal of any found in my homeland. The dough irresistibly fluffy and the filling tantalizingly succulent. Yep. The quality is exceptional. This will definitely put me over halfway point. Yes! Means I will level the next time I'm in. I would swear, no sooner do you make a delivery than you reappear to make another. Your work ethic is astounding, my friend, and the hard place is better for it. We're seeing more patrons than ever before, and you can take credit for this achievement. Well, some of it at any rate. Hey, how's it going, Plex? I was on all day yesterday. It wouldn't be fair to attribute all of this to you now, would it? How goes the 7 days? I'm still waiting on the update so that way I can do my 7-day streams. You have delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Ad Craig. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time. Sweet. I now have 8 bag slots back. Yay. Delayed again? Dang it. How long is it delayed for? I need to go to Tamamizu. June? Jesus. Well, it's a good thing Doom comes out next month. I'll be playing that. Well, actually, no. Yeah, May. Comes out in May. Taking the whole week off for that. I'm on Kurenai. I need 9 special components. Anything crazy happened in your on your streams? Or is it basically you kicking tail and taking names? Yeah. I also lost 2 subs recently, so makes it even easier for you. Yeah, my sub count is hard to gain, easy to lose. It happens. It's a good thing I don't enjoy my food and lodgings due to my income from YouTube. Otherwise, I'd be dead years over. So close now, Hero. With but a little more effort, we shall realize our dream of opening Suino Sato to the world. We've ever only seen the Ruby Sea as our home and not a place for the mysterious and exotic. To think that you could bring forth such a splendid object from these depths. You never cease to amaze me, my friend. Yep. It's the same thing. Ooh, is this going to be a level up already? Just missed it. Nice. I'm sitting at, I think, almost 1400 myself, so you got me beat. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we now have a sufficient stock of products that may represent Suino Sato. Pray that they will meet with Jakan's satisfaction. I took the liberty of showing our people the signature product you have been bringing us. It seemed appropriate, seeing as it is to represent their home. All were in awe of the foreign techniques employed in its creation, and full many of them were inspired to contribute like items of their own. The quality doesn't compare to yours, of course, but it's none too shabby either. As a matter of fact, 'tis good enough for the house to deal in. By my reckoning, we've got enough hands to meet anticipated demand, assuming they're willing. Truly, if the House of Splendors should be willing to stock our products, we would be honored to supply them. Glad to hear it. Must confess, though, I've been eyeing ways to turn a profit out of this for a while now. Grateful as I am for my life, I couldn't call myself a trader if I ignored the opportunity for an exclusively supply deal. Exclusive. How is that in the way of it? You did not give me the impression in the least. Yeah, usually it does. Although I did live stream with my buddy, we played Turtles in Time and stuff, and it was just me and him laughing and having fun the whole entire time. For the most part. You still have lots to learn about business, Princess. I'll have to teach you good and proper, else you're liable to be eaten alive out there. Maybe, have they finally implemented crossplay between, console and PC? Because if they have, we could probably do a join up, or maybe I could drop by your world or whatnot. You're all here. Good. I have come to offer an apology. Oh, resolve crossplay? Because if not, if you wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind dropping by and be a refugee in your world. And likewise. Well, if it isn't Chakan, an apology, you say. I take it you've seen all the good that's come of Hero's handiwork. Indeed. I have been observing our citizens, never have I seen them so invigorated, so alive. Their passions enkindled by the prospect of having a product to call their own. As it stands, I believe that Suino Sato would not only survive, but thrive were we to emerge into the world. This brings me to my apology. My fear of the unknown had blinded me to many things, not least of all to our people's potential. I see this now, as do my fellow elders, and I speak for all of us when I say that we would be grateful for your continued support of Her Grace's cause. Sweet. Finally, one of the mass is over. We are as newly hatched fish yet trying to find our way in a great ocean. I too ask for your continued support, though I myself can no longer be involved in this endeavor. We could, I mean, we got Discord. We could Discord message each other. Or you could email it to me. bubbleninja720@yahoo.com. Ever since my charade was exposed, I have been prepared for this moment. Though I am grateful for being indulged these extra days of freedom, 'tis past time that I return to my place in the palace. Or Steam, yeah, you can Steam message me too. bubbleninja720. Just look for that handle. That's me. With regards to that, Your Grace, 'tis my firm belief that one among us who harbors the greatest passion for the outside world should continue to collaborate with our visitors. Indeed, Lord Shakan. I doubt not that you and your fellow elders shall find a suitable replacement. For someone who advocates the need for change, Your Grace bends all too easily to the tradition when it concerns yourself. There's no need to find a replacement, for who harbors greater passion for the outside world than you? BUBBLENINJA720 @yahoo.com. What but the law? Rest assured your lady-in-waiting has expressed her willingness to continue ruling in your stead. Your presence will still be required at functions of import, but outside of those times you are free to continue as you are. Are you certain of this? Full certain, Your Grace. Remain with Sanana and the hero. Learn well from them, for the future of Suino Sato depends upon it. Actually, you missed it yesterday, Plex. I did a whole 5-hour stream finishing the main story for Endwalker for this game. Had a lot of combat. Jesus criminy. I almost got my butt handed to me a few times, too. I'll send it to you. Give me a second. I sent some messages. I believe I had. You should be. Yeah, there you are. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sending it to you on. I'm sending it to you on Discord. Cha-cha-cha. That's my email. Kurenai could not be happier with your efforts. She now considers you a shining light to the world. Through your efforts, the people of Suino Sato have come to embrace the outside world. It seems, however, that Kurenai has a different sort of favor to ask of you. There was something... oh yeah, I need to go to Old Charlian at one point. To finally see Suino Sato embracing the world without, 'tis nothing short of a dream come true. I cannot thank you enough. Even Jakan's a staunch supporter of the cause now. Let's keep up the good work. So, what kind of wares should we bring next? Of course, any collaboration with you is going to... for 7 Days to Die especially, is going to show me as a veritable frump. I'm going to be this guy playing with mud, and you're going to be building castles. Mechanized castles. There is something which I have had in mind for a time. As it is not urgent in nature, I had set it aside until such time as we had addressed our citizens' more pressing needs. In our libraries, there exists a tome that describes a continent floating in the firmament. An enigmatic place called the Sea of Clouds, said to be home to countless treasures. Woo, boy, I was tripping hard. I should be grateful if you could bring me one such treasure. It would serve as a token, I believe, of the vastness of the world, a reminder to our people to turn their gaze ever outward. Come now, princess. You just want to see the treasure for yourself. I claim I shan't refute. And if truth be told, hero, there's another favor I would ask of you. 2 for 1 deal. You'll recall that for our visit to Gugane, I had the opportunity to dress as the locals do. Simply donning the attire provided me with an insight into the culture whence it came. I have since learned of wondrous objects called glamour prisms. Through them, I would be grateful if you could alter the appearance of my garments, thereby allowing me to gain an insight into even more cultures. However strange that method may seem, if it grants me deeper understanding of the outside world, I'm open to it. Should you come upon any likely garments in your travels, I ask that you reserve them for me. So basically, she becomes a walking, breathing, display stand for clothes. Yeah, I'm in Virginia. I'm from Pennsylvania, though. Future requests will be selected at random from all those you've seen thus far, with the list refreshed once a week Earth time. You may review the items currently in demand at any time by speaking with Kurenai and selecting Make a Delivery. Note that Cloud Pearls, Cloudkin Feathers, and an Illuminati Mask will earn you particularly handsome rewards. Whenever they make an appearance, the effort to procure them will be worth your while. I am currently in the Rosemont area. I used to live in the Kempsville area. Furthermore, Kurenai's appearance may now be altered through the use of glamours. So, we're going to be making Cloud Pearls, so I can make 3 of them, so I need 12 Cloud Pearl components. Yeah, where's the vendor? Vendor, there it is. 12 Cloud Pearl components. I went to Kempsville Elementary, Middle, and High School. Growing up. Nesquehoning, Jim Thorpe area, Coaldale, around that area. About an hour away from Allentown. Ah, not bad. Of course, I haven't been back home in Pennsylvania for a long time. Last few times I went for funerals, sadly. My friend, full glad am I to see you. Have you come with a delivery, or do you perchance have new garments for me to try? Ah, nice. I have family in Allentown too, but I don't visit them anymore. They're kind of estranged. Though it may strike you as silly, it gives me uncommon joy to behold treasures from above. I could stare at such a beautiful thing all day long. Now where was I? Ah yes, the world is home to wonders that far surpass aught I am capable of imagining, and I am grateful for these little glimpses of what it lies beyond. You have my gratitude. Level up. Ooh. Put me at the halfway point, too. Nice, I'll take it. I kind of like Jim Thorpe a little bit. It's a little cramped, but it's quaint. That I am able to continue as I am, striving for the betterment of Suino Sato's future, is because of you, my friend. Now, while we are grateful for your continued cooperation, you mustn't overwork yourself. Glad though I am for your visits, the Kami knows that there are others out there who have need of you. It would not do to keep your many talents for ourselves. Delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Kurenai. May begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday, 4 a.m. Earth time. Yay! Cool. Back to my main man. I did start buying some gear, so I got my new Wheelie of Death. Got some nice flames shooting out the back too, and you know, heated chain blade, so kind of cool. It's called the Wrath Grinder. Time to grind some people. And I got most of the accessories updated. Got my credendum. So I just need to get the left side and the last ring. This is probably going to be the weapon. I thought we were friends on Steam. Oh, never mind, it's on Steam. Yeah, I'll set it up in a bit. It's not on. I don't have my actual like computer on right now. It's just my little laptop, and I don't have Steam on it anymore. I had to remove Steam from my laptop because it was eating all of my data or my hard drive memory. Where were we going? We were going to Old Charlotte. Yeah, it actually it was so bad my computer wouldn't even start up. My computer was just like, yeah, we're gonna crap out. I shall. I'll send you a message after I accept it. Probably be after the stream though. Alright, I need to get this unlocked so I can start collecting more tokens. And what is over here? Uh-oh. It just started it up. Hello, how may I help you? You're a hero, aren't you? Yeah, I had to do that on my PS5 actually recently, but that was just because I had too many games queued for recording. Aha! I thought I recognized that heroic mien. How wonderful to meet you. The name's Osman. I'm a gleaner, as you may have surprised, mostly specializing in the collection of rare and curious books. Alright, enjoy your Civilization 6. Don't forget to check Plexus Gaming out. You'll be seeing some crazy stuff on that end. Alright, a collection of rare and curious books, and it would seem fate has brought us together. My work has given me an appetite for well-crafted stories, you see, but recently I've struggled to find any truly engaging material. So I thought to myself, why waste all this time bemoaning the lack of quality literature when you could be writing the exact kind of tales you enjoy? Which is why I'm so excited to be speaking with the vaunted champion, Hero. If I could convince you to share some of the minutiae of your adventures, it would lend my fiction an undeniable authenticity. Let me tell you about the time I was just starting out. Here's a story of the Dragonsong War you may not have heard. Well, when I stood beside the resistance fighters of Alamigo and later of Doma. There's a lot to consider when you visit another world, or the world of the past. Let's just stay starting out. Feels good to have the old Wrath Grinder back again. My old danger loop. Well, that was a complete waste of... Osman, are you actually chatting? Scholar above, it's a miracle. And here I thought you capable of little more than grunts in size. Ugh, may I introduce Shallow Moore, my colleague and eternal tormentor. Oh, come now, it's just a bit of playful banter. Tristasant and I could use some good humor after failing to track down our quarry. I'll be damned. Hero, this is an honor, and an incredible stroke of luck. You're the very person we've been searching for. If you will indulge me for a moment, I can explain the situation at hand. Sure. As you know, Charlene was charged in antiquity with fulfilling a sacred duty. A duty which kept the gleaners buzzing to and fro like angry hornets. Aye, we would complete one grueling list of procurements only to be handed yet another, then another. The work was all we knew. But now those days are behind us, the tasks have slowed to a trickle, and we find ourselves, well, strangely idle. Thus the guild ship, in its wisdom, has forged a partnership with the Adventurers Guild. We now have a system in place where odd jobs from other countries can be funneled here to us in Charlian. Cool. The tasks they pass on to us are, for the most part, not your average gleaner cannot handle. There is one client, however, who has asked for you specifically, and as the Adventurers Guild has no official presence in our city, we agreed to the odd job of facilitating that request. Think of us as their substitute Charlian branch, if you will. In any case, I'll be here at the counter, ready to provide you with the details. It doesn't appear to be an urgent matter, so feel free to engage the request whenever your schedule allows. Alright. Oh, and be sure to browse Tristasant's wares. He has a special selection available for anyone who takes part in our odd job enterprise. What goodies can be there? Hero, I didn't quite get the chance before Shalimore commandeered the conversation, but I wanted to thank you for indulging me with your stories. I gave you the weakest one of the bunch. You think we might talk again sometime? Should love to hear how this odd job of yours turns out. Sure. What do you sell? As a result of the partnership between the Adventurers Guild and the Gleaners Guild ship, you are now able to accept an odd job from Shallow Moore at the Peristyle. I have a special range of goods on offer for our odd job contributors. The historic artifacts you are like to find are of far more interest to us than ordinary gil. Bah, you didn't even show me your wares. Oh, these. Do I want to unlock these now, or do I want to wait? A hunt for the ages. 'Tis good to see you, Hero. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the scholarly world has been in an uproar since the Forum announced their plans for the mass exodus. To think that we may well step foot on the very moon. We expected that once word got out, we might receive more requests for lunar samples than was previously considered acceptable. What we did not expect was the veritable deluge of absurdity unleashed upon us. We've designated the most mind-boggling requests senior bills. At this point, any assistance you could provide would be more than welcome. Jalakshai is in the midst of organizing the latest offerings. Why don't you speak with her to get a better idea of what to expect? Sure. I heard your conversation. These years aren't just for show. As for what plagues me at the moment, here we are, Basildare, both emblematic of our woes with senior bills and direct source of many. Basildare is a highly esteemed scholar of mythological studies. He has a pet theory that the creatures described in myths can be traced to those that once existed in ancient times. Simply put, he requests samples from ancient organisms which I need not remind you no longer exist. The audacity. Are we meant to travel through time for him? And there you have it. I take a look at the guild ship hunt board, and if there's anything, and I mean anything at all, you take a look, that you think you can handle, please do. You're our only hope. Sweet! Senior guild ship mark bills are now available. You are now permitted to take bills for senior marks from guild ship hunt boards in Old Charlene and Rads at Hand. New quests and elite guild ship marks will be available from North Oda and Old Charlene upon reaching level 90. There was another one? Perfect specimens. To think that you, hero, have traveled to the very edge of creation, there to confront Thaliak knows what, yet you still seek the strangeness of our hunt bills. You truly are one of a kind. Some would call you brave, some reckless, but my guess is that you simply do what needs to be done. Yeah, sure. Just lead me to the bills. In any case, we certainly have a few hunts that call for cavalier heroics, and you're welcome to them. Frankly, I can't believe I didn't think to offer them to you sooner. You'll recognize the term elite marks, I'm sure. As ever, ours tend toward the bizarre. But don't take my word for it, ask Jalakshai. That name. Just give me the unlock. This has become quite the pattern, eh? One would almost think North Oda prefers to leave all the explaining to me. A conversation for another time, perhaps. You want to know more about the elite marks, yes? Uh-huh. Hello. You are the gleaner extraordinaire who's made their way to the very summit of the heavens, are you not? My word, all of our most tiresome, that is to say, look how many of our esteemed clients have gathered here at once. Yes, and what of it? Considering the importance of my work and the snail's pace at which you are fulfilling my request, it should come as no surprise that I have come to personally insist that they are handled with the utmost urgency. Now, in order to completely validate my theories and protect them from any further impugnations, I have need of your talents. I require more samples to prove that the moon, and indeed the stars beyond, are teeming with life. Wait just a moment. My research in comparative mythology is on the verge of changing our understanding of life as we know it. Indeed, samples of ancient organisms have never been of greater necessity. What nonsense. Surely the requests made by various departments of the studium come first. Our pupils are the lifeblood and future of Charlian, and we must needs provide them with the hands-on instructions in the classification of specimens from both Thavnir and Garlemald. But pardon me, but we researchers are also in great need of your services. We have a mountain of requests relating to Labyrinthos' fiercer specimens in the queue. Labyrinthos? Surely you jest. You have a talented individual here capable of exploring environs unlike any known to man, and you would have him go to Labyrinthos? I will not stand for it. Now one myriad discoveries await in the field of xenobiology. Enough! Can't you lot see the bind you're putting Hero in? He will decide for himself what to prioritize, thank you very much. Rest assured that each and every one of your requests have been accounted for. Now off you go. Shoo shoo. I do apologize for my colleague's behavior. Should you be interested in learning more about our requests, pray find us in the Aetheryte Plaza. This seems new. Heavens, I'm sure they mean well after a fashion, but I would consider it a personal favor if they learned to be a bit less demanding, or perhaps more than a bit. Any road, they will doubtless find it in themselves to behave if it means they'll get their precious samples. If you are keen to learn more about our elite marks, don't hesitate to make use of them. For our part, we're counting on you, so best of luck out there, Hero. Count on me. Elite guild ship hunts are now accessible. Yay. You're now permitted to take bills for elite guild ship marks from the guild ship hunt board. Yum. I need to go fight Genesis Rock. Should I unlock these? Ooh, there's a new triple triad. I gotta go do triple triad first. Cards, 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 cards. Celia. Ah, you wish to play a match, my lord. It would be this humble servant's pleasure to oblige you until you are satisfied. You have 2 cards, same 3 open plus and sudden death. Holy crap holies. Well, crud muffins, I gotta go first. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Haha, I win. We'll do this. And winner, winner, chicken dinner. I got a card. A Fortunal Leveilleur card. I must admit defeat, it seems. As expected of Lord Alphino's companion. That look you have, how it reminds me of the young lord's triumphant expression. I have no way, shape, or form like Alphino. Yay, I got a card. Bye. I do not use stairs, only to climb up. Well, we could do that. Ooh, what's outside the Baldassian Annex? There's a lot of unlocked stuff. Panic-stricken Loperate, Clueless Crier. Seeking Sanctuary. Ooh. Good evening to you, my fine fellow. Come to see Taro's boutique in the flesh, no doubt. Might I interest you in one of our world-famous silk socks? They're so comfortable you won't even realize you're wearing them. What's that? You're an acquaintance of the proprietress? Heavens, you're the hero. Mr. Totaro has told me all about you. Come to think of it, I was to inform her immediately if you happen to stop by. Please, wait just a moment. I'll go and fetch her immediately. I think this is one of the most upsetting things I've ever had in this game. I think it's this unlock. Well, I should say it not just upsetting, but also severely disappointing. There you are, hero. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Business is booming and I can hardly keep up. Not that I'm complaining, it feels as if only yesterday I was welcoming you as my first customer, yet look at us now. But I'm sure you're wondering why I wish to speak with you. Sure. I have a surprise gift for you. I have a surprise for you. A gift, in fact. A gorgeous exclusive and above all properly registered. Island Sanctuary. Yep, this is it. You heard that right. I, Taro, am presenting you with your very own island. I know you will be tempted to demur with, "Are you certain?" or "You're far too kind." Quite certain, and yes, I know. But I hope you can accept this gift in the spirit of friendship. I've seen the weight of the burdens you carry firsthand, after all. You rose to become the champion of Eorzea, now a hero known across the star and beyond, which leaves very few places where you might be free of duty and expectation. As I considered where you might find such an oasis, an idea washed over me like an oncoming tide. The sea. In an island paradise with naught but the serenity of nature for malms, even you should be free to relax. So what do you say? Yes, 1,000 times yes? It's as though you read my mind. What are we waiting for? Toss me in the hold and set sail. We're going to say that. It's good to know we're of the same mind. Truly, there is no time like the present to be on our way. We make for the Warby dry docks. Look for Balden, a skipper near the 8th right. He should be expecting us. Or I'm going to have to open that up. Definitely. Can I use those to boost my leveling? I don't know. trying to think, but I'm also trying not to be idle too long. I'm just looking at what all these unlocks are right fast. I think these are mostly just raids. Crystal from Beyond. Yeah, that's a raid. Definitely a raid. Well, okay, so we're just going to go to the Moraby Dry Docks. We're going to unlock this. Probably should go and dump some, probably should dump some other stuff, but we'll do that later. So this, I'm going to give you a pretense, was one of the most hyped things for me back in Endwalker. Like, in fact, probably the most hyped thing that I ever had for this game. I had high hopes for this because I've been disenfranchised for so long by the housing setup. I wanted a mansion so badly, although I finally got one on my main for my guild. It's not exactly the best place that I wanted it in, but I'm settling for what I've got. Unless something comes up, then of course I'm voting on it. But, you know, I digress. So, a lot of people speculated that this was going to be the answer to the housing crisis in the game. And that you would have pretty much the whole setup. You'd have your own island, and you'd be able to customize it kind of like almost exactly like housing. And I said, holy hell, yes, I want this. This is going to be amazing. And then after slaving and going through it, it's basically just an economy simulator. I was kind of, I was horribly let down by this. But I will do this because there are unlocks and there are ways to get currency. And there are currency rewards, stuff like that, like getting specialty dyes. Ahoy there, lad. You must be the little mistress's friend. Been fixed up with your own island, eh? Said she'd be along shortly herself, but speak of the devil. Hero, I thought I'd dress light for our voyage, given the notorious humidity of the Southern Isles. I trust everything is in order, Balden. Aye, just give me an holler when you're ready to set sail. You have nothing to fear where we're going, not since any marauder with an ounce of sense in them hung up their axe. This whole island sanctuary business came about from the Admiral reckoning we need something to do now piracy's off the table, matter of fact. Just look at me, a bloody stand-up citizen ferrying folks around. Any road, you're packed rather light for a venture of the sort. You do realize you're responsible for bringing your own tools and supplies. Not to worry, we'll procure everything there. Yo, what now? How in the hell do you plan to do that? Oh, I have a little something in mind. Let's just say the idea was good enough to land us our permit. If that's so, well, best of luck to you both. I'm sure you're just itching to see your new domain, so I'll fill you in on all the juicy details once we arrive. Make your preparations. We leave port in the moment you give the word. I'll be waiting for you on the ferry. Now, I will say the island is actually rather large, and it is very beautifully made. Unfortunately, the way that they set it up for the customization was horribly done, in my opinion. They literally could have just cookie-cuttered the housing setup and just made your own personal queue. Like your own personal like nook, and you could just customize it. But unfortunately, they made it into a set piece cookie cutter, kind of like dumbed down, watered down version. And it's just like you can visit other people's island sanctuary, but there's only so much customization that you can do that there's really no point in visiting someone else's sanctuary. Ahoy there, lad. Where can I take you? Travel to my island. Yes, take me to my place. We have cutscene to see. We have story to do. I need to fix that neck piece. Hero, look towards the horizon. Beautiful, isn't it? I gotta fix the earpieces too. There's my island. It's so beautiful. Like, even they could have kept the way it was on the majority of the island, but if they had kept, like, if they had just changed the little nook that you're able to put stuff on, like, even just one of the plots be a house for yourself that you can actually stock with housing stuff, would have been perfect. But no. There's nothing like a sea voyage to rekindle the adventuring spirit and to boil my blood. So what do you think? This untamed isle is yours to cultivate as you see fit, or not, as it were. If nothing else, I think of it as your personal hideaway, a not so secret one. Yes, you get to keep all this like, this is all yours. You just had to, go to the edge of reality to get this active. The refreshing caress of the wind, the soothing whisper of the waves. How liberating. I admit, I've been looking forward to joining you here. Now, this may come as a bit of a surprise, but the isle was once commandeered by a band of pirates and used as a supply base. Fortunately for us, the group disbanded years ago, and the isle has since largely returned to its natural state. As you know all too well, Merweb's never been one to sit around idly. She's had her eyes on the Seldalus, formulating plans for island settlements for years. Now that a sense of peace has settled throughout the realm, she finally decided to put those plans into motion, I mean. A chosen few have been permitted to become keepers of private islands in the vast archipelago, and you're one of them. My industrious idea of procuring all materials needed to settle here locally struck a chord with the Admiral, and she read my proposal. So much so that she was happy to grant me a deed. Or when she read my proposal. You'll be handling said procurement, I hope. This is not exactly a one-man job. Not to worry, I have arranged for ample assistance. I shall happily introduce you in just a moment, but you'll need to follow me towards the charming little clearing I've designated as your base of operations. If we simply clamber up that slope ahead and proceed along the path, we should soon bump into, well, you'll see. Stop being coy. The felicitous furball. Allow me to introduce you to the felicitous furball, the leader of your team of helpers. Well, 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 if it isn't the owner himself, it shall be my pleasure to advise you, whether you desire it or not. And yes, I think we'll get along just fine. In addition to our feline friend here, I took the liberty of preparing a variety of other mammoths to assist with construction and development of the isle. You'll be pleased to know they are the latest and greatest models developed by one of the most brilliant minds in Charlian. I heard that a professor of the studium was searching for a means to make use of his advanced automata. To make a long story short, I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, and managed to acquire all of them for the unbeatable price of free. As I understand, the mammoths were produced in secret whilst the Forum formulated plans for the mass exodus. Intended to be used as laborers on distant stars to help in constructing a new home for the people of Aetheris, it seems all reason for their existence vanished when the threat to our star was erased. As you can imagine, the professor was quite conflicted over what to do with the remains of what may well have been his life's work. But after some negotiation, I convinced him to entrust them to us on the condition we shared the data retrieved from development on the Isle. Further, while I know it sounds like an ordeal and a have to procure all necessities from the island itself, there is ample practical justifications for such experimentation. You see, the Admiral's vision is for people from all the walks of life to have access to these island sanctuaries, and my idea might just be the most effective way to accomplish that. If one has the capital at hand to purchase the materials and equipment needed for such a bold endeavor, it is a simple matter to subsist safely and comfortably in a remote location, but that limits potential owl keeps to a paltry few. What of those without such funds who simply wish to enjoy nature and live off the land? We must prove that such a feat is possible, and assist in providing these would-be isle keeps with knowledge they need to succeed. Only then will these islands truly be sanctuaries. Fret not, Mistress Tataru. With authentic Charlian ingenuity and know-how at my claw tips, this simple-minded individual, thunk, excuse me, despite the enhancements in vocal organ design, the mechanism still gets stuck from time to time. Goodness, that's a relief. But I should leave you to get properly acquainted. I'll return to see the fruits of your partnership when they're ripe for the picking. For now, enjoy your own personal paradise. Cultivate the land or explore. The choice is yours. Yes, yes. Welcome to the island. Give the word when you've finished ogling at the surroundings. I'd prefer to get on with this sort of business sooner than later. I should also very much like to discuss the matter of my payment. You may invite party members, free company members, and friends to visit your island sanctuary once it has reached a sufficient stage of development. This is going to take a ton of time to deal with this. Welcome to your new home in the Southern Seas, your own personal island sanctuary. Explore the wilds, build landmarks, grow crops, tend to animals, and enjoy everything this slice of paradise has to offer. Adventurers of all inclinations can enjoy island sanctuary life, regardless of crafting or gathering experience. Come as you are. No class or job restrictions. Island experience and sanctuary rank. Accumulate island experience by engaging in activities on your island to increase your sanctuary rank. As your sanctuary rank increases, so too will the facets of island life available to you. Alright, visions. Realize visions for your newfound sanctuary by following a series of simple steps, and life on your island will be nothing short of perfect before you know it. I understand what I must do. Now listen, Hero. May I call you Hero? Well, I will anyway. Before we get started, I want to make it very clear that while you may be the owner, I command the mammoths, and as such, I demand a considerable sum. I would hate for us to get off on the wrong foot. With that settled, beyond this slope lies a clearing that Mistress Tataru believed would serve well as a base of operations. Let us give it a look, shall we? I have not been to my main island paradise in forever. Let's just put it that way. As soon as I maxed it out, I pretty much gave up on it. I'll go back to it occasionally if I need dye, but that's about it. A fine place to set up shop, would you not agree? Yes, I think it will do nicely. Now, while it has much potential, this clearing is currently as bare as a white baboon's buttocks. We'll need some form of shelter from the elements if we're to truly make something of the place. Mistress Tataru has told me of your exploits, but I think it's safe to assume chopping down a tree with your bare hands is outside of your repertoire. Not that I'd ask you to, even if you could. We need tools for delicate work of this nature. As such, the first order of business will be to craft yourself a hatchet. You'll need 3 palm leaves and 2 stones and branches each. Follow east along the path and make your first foray into the wilderness to procure them. Should you get any funny ideas about exploring the isle and opt to leave me out here to waste in the rain, you will find my twin, the Furious Furball, waiting here for you instead. Before you go, I have something for you. It's called the Isle Keeps Index. It's to help you keep track of your projects here on the island. Can't have you running about watering mammoths instead of plants. That should be all for now. Safe travels. I'll be waiting here should you need me. If I've disappeared, it's because I've been mauled by a wild animal, I assure you. The Isle Keeps Index is now available. Access this interface for crucial information regarding the isle. You can now collect materials and more with the Gather mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the Modes section of the Isle Keeps Index. For additional information regarding gathering on the isle, access the guide from the Isle Keeps Index. You may perform all the actions necessary to develop your island sanctuary by utilizing the modes available in the Isle Keeps Index. Finally, make use of duty actions, mounts, and modes to become the master of your new domain. Yay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't fly here yet. Ugh. You get flying after a bit. So basically I gotta go around gathering. I'm gonna need rocks and the like. Ah, so this also gives you jog ability. Sweet. Alright, so I got enough palm leaves. Sugar cane! Alright, I got enough branches and I got enough palm fronds. I need to collect some rocks. It pays to pick up stuff, like all over. Submerged sand. I need to find more rocks. Or one more stone I need. Usually along the waterway. I discovered a new area. Am I just getting XP now? I did not know that you can get XP that way. Alright, I should have enough stone now. I'm just gonna clear the guide out. Can't craft yet. Let the island return. Because you can continuously use that. Excellent, you've collected everything. We can move on to crafting your very first tool then, a hatchet. While you were out there gathering, you could do little more than scavenge the odd branch here and there from trees, yes? Well, that will all change in just a moment. With the hatchet in hand, you may hack away with as many trees as you like to secure raw timber. The brilliance of the hatchet's design, a design of my own making, mind you, is that even a non-mammoth like yourself can craft it with your own two non-mammoth hands. Isn't that wonderful? I've uploaded the blueprints for the design to your index. Go on, make the hatchet. The craft feature is now available. Access the Sanctuary crafting log from the Keep's index to review the materials necessary to craft an item, and collect said materials to begin. The Keep's stone hatchet recipe has been added to the Sanctuary crafting log. Crafting this tool will allow you to gather logs from trees by cutting them down. Sorry, I'm talking with Gillies. Alright, so I can craft now, so we're gonna... Yay. Yes, that is indeed a hatchet. With it, you can now collect all the logs you could ever want or need. Let's move on to the next phase, shelter. That hatchet of yours should be able to cut through even the thick bark of a palm tree, meaning you can now collect palm logs, a material vital to our soon-to-be-built haven. The first building we make shall naturally be the most important, as it will be the very foundation of our base of operations. And seeing as I have a gift for naming things, I think it best we leave matters of nomenclature to myself. I hereby dub this essential facility the Cozy Cabin. Ugh, my poor back. Goodness, I'm due for a healthy amount of grease after that ordeal. Anyway, I prepared the land. You'll need to prepare the rest. Check the log board beside me to review the materials you'll need for the cabin. As we're building a cabin this time, and not a tool, the amount of materials required are a magnitude above what was needed before. Take your time collecting them if you must, but not too much. In the meanwhile, I'll round up the other mammoths in preparation for constructing the cabin, and begin ordering them around. You know, what I do best. The construct feature is now available. Access a log board to review the materials necessary to construct a facility, and collect said materials to build it. Alright. I need 10 logs, 10 palm leaves. I need 5 vine, 5 stone, and 5 sand. I've got enough sand. Should probably go and knock out some flying in Endwalker before I forget to do that too. I just want to get the initial building situated because I think it takes time to actually build it. But basically now I can knock down these palm trees. Yay. Wait, wasn't there a palm tree here? Yep. I just gotta keep refreshing sprint. All right. I keep collecting stuff. palm leaves. Still need one more vine. I'll get it from the sugar cane. So I need 3 more palm trees. I don't need Twalong trees. I don't need island apple trees either. I gotta get reacquainted with my area, sadly. Palm tree. Two more. One more. Should be the last one. Sweet. You gotta get the... I think it's level 20 is the max you can get. Alright, construct. Construction complete. Look at how much XP I got for construction. Love it. And it's just started. Finally, a place to escape the occasional downpour. It's a bit rough around the edges, I'll give you, but it's home. It's technically your home, but why get fussy about the details? Rest your head on the cot or call your friends over. You're free to use it as you wish. I've taken the liberty of calling a few of my own friends over, in fact, and I will think you'll find them most charming. They can provide services you will undoubtedly come to find valuable. You may access the orchestrion to play your favorite tune and exchange various items with the merchants stationed inside the cozy cabin. As development of your island sanctuary progresses, you will earn 2 types of cowries. Seafarers' cowries may be earned by realizing visions, developing the isle, and performing various activities within your island sanctuary. Islanders' cowries may be earned by selling materials in your inventory to enterprising exporter in the cozy cabin. Friends, free company members, and party members may now visit your island. Decide who may or may not enter your sanctuary by accessing sanctuary settings from the Owl Keeps Index. With no further ado, go and see the cozy cabin for yourself. Now I'm level 2. And this is where I can start buying stuff. So there's a bunch of pets, mounts. There's some accessories, hairstyles, music. There's a card, bardings, plates. There's housing items. Coconut water, which is a nice gathering bonus item. You can buy materia. Wait, where's the, I guess it expands later. Oh wait, no, there's equipment, furnishings, and then there you go. Ruby red is what I buy. Dragoon blue is another one that I buy. Gunmetal black, pearl white, brass. Those are the ones that I buy. But yeah, Let's burn a little bit more of this. As you may have noticed for yourself already, this island receives a dreadful amount of sunlight. I expect that desirable for growing crops. If cultivation is your sort of thing, I suggest you speak with my subordinate, the producer. You'll find the indolent oaf no doubt loitering about north of here, finding some excuse not to do any sort of work. A privilege reserved solely for myself. The cropland may now be unlocked. Speak with the producer in the north of the hideaway to begin your aspirations as a farmer. Goody. Farming. We do need to get this stuff unlocked anyway, so... Oh, I'm sort of busy here, looking at the grass. It's quite green, I've noticed, and, you're gonna ask me to clear the area, aren't you? Clear the ridge. Oh, well, alright then, let's get this over with. I could have asked him not to do it now, but I want him to clear the ridge. Yay, I have 1 bit cleared now. Cropland ready. Look at me, jumping with excitement. A fault in the programming, to be sure. Anyway, are you happy now? There's the cropland. I've got some seeds for you to sow. Once they've been planted, make sure to water them. Oh, if you have any questions, I suppose I can answer them. You can now plant seeds in empty plots by using the sow mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode section of the Isle Keeps index. You can now water crops by using the water mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode section of the Isle Keeps index. You have to pick, then you sow them. And the lovely thing is, since it's raining, the crops are already watered, so I don't need to water them. Yay! Just watch. They're already watered. Can't water anymore. Shh, can you hear that? The sound of burgeoning life budding in the soil? Me neither, but I thought I'd ask. Anyway, you're welcome to plant more seeds here whenever you like. Crops require time and water to flourish into produce. Bereft of moisture, they will cease to grow. Crops will be considered watered after it has rained. You may harvest the produce yielded by fully developed crops with the gather mode, or alternatively dispose of undesired crops with the cull mode. Yay. I'm not using any of my calories yet, because you do also need to use those calories to increase your level. Sucks that you have to actually use some of the material or the currency that you've hard earned. But you know, time sink. It's been all of 5 minutes and you've already had your fill of tilling the land. What a productive little bee you are. Would that I had you under my employ. Anyway, let me think of another way to make a constructive use of your time. Say, do you like animals? Why did I bother to ask? Of course you do. You surely make fast friends with the creature comforter, another subordinate of mine, and one who prefers the company of animals more than its own kind. You'll find the curious fellow standing across from the produce producer. The pasture may now be unlocked. Speak with the creature comforter in the north of the hideaway to advance your aspirations as a farmer. Yay. Now they're adding this part. So there's a bunch of rare animals you can get on the island. Times of day and weather conditions. Both set up for the rare animals. Hey there, friend. Are you ready to build a little home for some adorable animals? Build a little home for animals? Not right now. We're going to build it. I'll take care of getting this pasture nice and ready for you. You just breathe in the fresh air and relax, okay? pasture is now ready. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. We've built a nice little pasture here, but as you've undoubtedly noticed, we've got no animals to put in it. That's why I prepared some small nets for you here, which will let you catch smaller critters. A word of advice: speak gentle with the animals out there, and they'll treat you the same in return. Before you go, if you have any questions concerning the pasture, I'm always here to answer them. If I've learned one thing during my brief time in this world, it's that you should never be embarrassed to ask questions, friend. Never. You can now capture animals by using the capture mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode section of the Dialkeep's index. The makeshift net recipe has been added to the sanctuary crafting log. Use this restraint to capture small animals. Fun stuff. So right now there's nothing for me to do other than to capture animals. So basically I gotta level up, build stuff, and all that other jazz. So I'm gonna end that portion here. Like, we're gonna continue to stream, but I'm not gonna do anything else here. I'm done for this for now. Alright, so we need to go to the abode of the Aya. I'm gonna get flying in Ultima Thule, and then we're gonna get flying in the other spots. Alright. Once I do these two quests, we'll be able to do that. Oh, you must be that traverser from beyond who has been causing quite the stir around our abode. What a stroke of luck. In fact, I had been hoping I might have the opportunity to exchange thoughts with you and your companions. For you see, I have for too long whiled away my days in listless banality, drifting waywardly as my mental faculties dulled and slowed. I so longed to strike up a stimulating conversation with a traveler, yet for so long none would pay me a visit. That said, I never imagined you would be such a strange you would have such a strange physical form. Pray tell, how do you keep your balance? What keeps your innards from spilling out through one of your multiple orifices in your body? Oh, but pardon me. Truly I meant no offense. Clearly life in your world found this shape to be suitable, perhaps even necessary for your survival. Perhaps your own original form was equally horrifying. Whoa. That's an A rank if I've ever seen one. Aw, man. Gotcha. Let's get rid of that music. How curious, an unfamiliar corporeal life form calls out to me as I wait in vain for the inevitable coming of the end. This is indeed the chance of a lifetime, mayhap of many lifetimes, and so I pose to you this question. Tell me, traveler, what is the true nature of life in the universe? An eternal adventure, a deep forest where predators lurk, 42. I'm gonna go with 42. Why precisely? That is the very conclusion I arrived at myself. How heartening and surprising, I dare say, to meet one as enlightened as myself. Ooh. Took a little bit of a tumble there. Once I do these two, I'll get flying in the zone. Yay! I can't wait to gain flying again. Oh. Get off me! Rubber band. Go away. There we go. Thank you. What a curious being you are. Have my peers discovered how to regain their corporeal forms while I remain lost in thought? No, of course not. Come to think of it, I wonder if we ever possessed the peculiar form that you now do. Oh dear. I fear this always happens when I delve too deep into such ruminations. The very moment I attempt to regain clarity, it triggers this most unpleasant reaction. If my fellow Ia have not found a way for us to reacquire our corporeality, perhaps it falls to me to meditate further upon the matter. In any event, pray leave me to my cogitations. Did you encounter my acquaintances? I can only hope that they derived the same sense of stimulation from conversing with you as I myself did. For if so, we may yet discover a means to attain the moratorium known as death. Until that time, should you ever be in the mood for a discussion on the profound and inevitable meaningless of the universe, we will be here waiting. Yes, always waiting. I see you made quick work of the amalgam. Of course, it is well within each Ea's rights to choose when they wish to end their own existence, but to force others to join them, however accidentally, is another matter. This whole ordeal has led me to contemplate how I should meet my own demise. But forgive me, I forgot such matters are not left to choice for your kind. Truthfully, I envy you, to go forth each day full of vigor, not knowing when your lives will be unexpectedly snuffed out. Must feel incredible. My apologies if I have made you uncomfortable. I am unused to speaking with mortals. Be assured that I appreciate your help, and you have given me much to think about regarding death, or perhaps life. Look at the deep wood. Yay! I can fly in Ultima Thule! Me likey lots. Alright, so... I have one in Thavnair to get, one in Garlemald, and one in Elpis. I think we'll go to Elpis next. And we'll just teleport around. Alright. So there's dungeons here, and then I need to go east heavily, so I need to go all the way over there. So let's just do the quests here first, and then we'll go over there. Unexpected guest. Well, this is a pickle. Whatever I do, huh? Please tell me you're here to deliver a message from Cleon. You are a familiar, yes? Azim's familiar. Oh, and I do like the name, Hero. But if you belong to Azim, then what has become of our visitor from Amarat? He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of long-term observers, but when someone from outside of Elpis comes to visit, the reactions can be somewhat unpredictable and occasionally violent. Would you be so kind as to track down Cleon and see that no harm has befallen him? Visitors don't wear masks, so he should be easy to spot. And if you do happen to find him in the process of being mauled, you have my permission to terminate the offending subject. Safety first. Lefty! Big buddy. But not as big as Hefty. The perks of being a lost flower. You're a visitor too, aren't you? Perhaps you might be willing to help me, then. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in the area? She wouldn't have been wearing a mask. I see. She and I are students of Academia Uniter, and we had intended to spend our downtime visiting Elpis together. We were just on our way when she realized she forgot something back in Anagnorisis, so she ran back. And that was the last I saw of her. She can be a bit, how shall I put it, scatterbrained, so she may well have simply got lost on her way back. I would rather not search for her myself, for what if she comes back while I'm away? So if it isn't too much trouble, perhaps you would be so kind as to look for her? Sure. Like us, she won't be wearing a mask, and so should stand out a touch. You'll find her in the area of Philomethes, Nodos, in all likelihood. If you do come across her, could you help her out a bit? See if she makes it back. Sure. Hey, it's Hefty. My bigger buddy. We're gonna go get that, we'll get that last Aether current first. Here. And then we'll come back and do that. Be extremely useful to be able to fly. Can't wait. Southeast. So I need to go and take this back. So unfortunately, I will not be able to play 7 Days to Die again until the next patch, and the next patch has been pushed back past June. Lovely. Scared the crap out of me. I actually slightly flinched. Ah, so somewhere out here in the water. I'm gonna venture a risk and say it's up here. Or somewhere on top. Stop attacking me! Oh, you're kidding me. It's over there? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta go to there? Dang it. Crud muffins. I got red herringed. There it is. So now I've collected all of the ones here, just need to do the mission ones. So I'll pick out the missions there. So there's one more mission over here, go knock it out. And then yay, I could fly an Elpis. 1/3 of my flight. Then I need to collect the rest of my flight. Probably knock out Garlemald next. And once Garlemald's knocked out, probably do Thavnair next. And once Thavnair's knocked out, and I'll go from there. Probably do Mare Lamentorum last. I don't think I've got much of any of their... Soclus. Touring at Anagnorisis Part 1. Welcome, friend, to Anagnorisis. I am Soclus, and I manage this region under the authority of Chief Hermes, the head overseer of Elpis. And you are... Oh, how unusual, a soul-bearing familiar. A familiar must have a mission, and yet you offer no message and carry no cargo. Are you perhaps here for the purposes of observation? Yes, that must be it. In which case, you need only mention my name to Charmian, or Carmian, and she will gladly give you a tour of our domain. Soak it all in. Blech. I gotta follow someone as they talk. Yes. Yes, what can I do for you? Hero, is it? And Overseer Soclus wishes me to act as your guide. Oh. Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I would be more than happy to show you around. I'm simply wondering why the Overseer chose to send you to me, of all people. I haven't been here long myself, truth be told. Until quite recently, I was wholly engaged in a prolonged research project at the Academia Niter. Surely there are other, more experienced individuals who could provide a more comprehensive... This grumbling is hardly constructive now, is it? The task was given to me, and I will attempt to cover the most salient features of our facilities to the best of my abilities. After all, it is not every day that one is asked to indulge the curiosity of such a rare and fascinating visitor. You can commence the tour this very moment. We can commence this tour at this very moment if you like. Sure. But then let us begin. Hey, Bunny, how you doing? You feeling any better? You know, rather than have me lecture you as we walk along, I think observing firsthand what we do here in Anagnorissus would prove more beneficial. And speaking the name less would help. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll point you in the right direction, and you can question my colleagues to your heart's content. Once we've completed the circuit, we can return and speak to Overseer Soclus. Carmi is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Carmian behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Carmian accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. I'm doing alright for now. I'm basically just doing a lot of fluff, as it were. I'm getting flying for the areas. It'll help later for the story. Doing the post and farming, and I unlocked the Island Paradise and that debacle of a feature. Who do we have here? A familiar of some kind, judging by your ethereal structure. Yes, I'm accompanying Hero here on a tour around Anagnorissus, and at the behest of the Overseer. A tour? Feel free to wander as you please, of course, but I advise keeping your distance from the larger creatures. The fauna I have under observation occupy the top tier of the food chain, and do not take kindly to intruders in their territory, especially the specimens found on the other islands. They can be exceedingly hostile. While I am sure you are quite capable of defending yourself, no one appreciates a surprise tusk to the abdomen, eh? Thank you for the warning. We will proceed with due caution. Good to hear. Might get the Deadpool treatment. A tusk in the abdomen. So the stream ended up being 5 hours, almost, I think it was about 5 hours long yesterday. Bunny. It was crazy. Just stuff after stuff kept happening. I was like, ah, no. But I managed to finally get to the post. We're in the... I haven't started it yet, but I'm in post Endwalker now. So, yay. Carmian. Oh, and who is your friend? I will play Lunar after this. I was going to do it yesterday, but the next stream I do will be Lunar. I played this too much already. Asim is familiar. While you appear so astute and deliberate in your thinking, thank you, by the way, I should very much like to make an extended study of your composition and consciousness. Oh, do forgive my forwardness. It is my duty to chart the behavior of familiars, and I find it ever so diverting. Arcane servants are rarely permitted to roam the world at will, you see, but our research here is given special dispensation. Once the subjects are properly registered as concepts, of course. There are times when familiars are tasked with tending cattle, or must otherwise coexist with other living beings. Such projects are brought to me, and I am responsible for observing and evaluating their potential compatibilities. Oh, but of course, if Azim might grant us permission, then you could abide here for a few years while I analyze. And on that note, we really must be moving along. Step lively, Hero. I almost just got petri dished. So Ultima Thule has flying unlocked. This will be the second place. I'm going to go to Thavnair next. And that'll mean I'll get halfway done. And then it'll be a few other places. Go to Garlemald and then Labyrinthos. Yeah. Hello, Carmian. Was there something? The Overseer asked that I give this familiar a tour of the grounds, and I thought the best way to do so was to show him what we do here firsthand. I see. Well, as my work is rather difficult to demonstrate, I hope a brief explanation will suffice. Our creations are many and varied, but I mainly preside over the plant life. When it comes to watching certain grasses grow, one must be prepared to observe over the course of several years, and in the case of trees, sometimes decades. Tedious, perhaps, yet necessary. Plants are capable of altering an entire habitat, and their presence as a food source has an enormous influence on the local wildlife. Was that the sort of thing you wish to know? Yes, that was perfect, thank you. I think we've covered the main areas of interest. All that's left now is to speak with Overseer Soklas. I want to be able to fly again. Oh, I also got my flaming grinding wheel. Even has little flame jets that come out the back. I love it. It's called the Wrath Grinder. I think it's going to be my new permanent weapon of choice, at least skin-wise. I see you've completed your tour. Almost. We spoke with those in charge of the various facets of Anagnorisis, but I thought it would be fitting to end this visit where it began, with you, Overseer Soklas. I see. And what is your impression of the work we do here? It attracts some interesting people. It requires equal levels of passion and patience. We're going to do that. I'm glad we could help further your worldly education. And I'm glad to see you enjoyed the experience. At least I hope you did. You're truly a masterpiece of creation. Only a soul-bearing familiar could demonstrate such robust cognitive and cogitative faculties. Were you perhaps designed to inspire others? I feel something special has been woven into your aura. Maybe. You have an intriguing presence, to say the least. Please stay a while and share more of your thoughts with us. Yes, I second this invitation. In all the long years I have resided here, never have I encountered such a unique entity, and one of Azim's no less. Sorry. I'm only here to get that Aether Current. I'm Audi 5000. Come, noble T-Rex. 2 missions, and then we get flying here. Oh, crap baskets. One of them requires me to find someone and then bring them back. Meh. Yes, can I help you? Oh wait, do you need directions somewhere? Not to be rude, but I beg of you. Ask someone else. I happen to be lost myself. What was that? A woman asked you to come and find me. That would be my friend, no doubt. How embarrassing. I had hoped to keep this hopelessly directionless side of myself under wraps. I feel terrible leaving her like that, but I'd clean forgotten a task from one of my professors. I rushed back to collect the item I was asked for, which I found thankfully, but got rather turned around when attempting to return. But don't you worry about me. I'll be fine, just fine on my own. Now, if I'm right, then following this road east will lead me to a teleporter, I think. I know. Are you sure you'll be alright on your own? I have business with your friend anyway, I can escort you. You mean it, truly? Well, if you're heading in that direction, anyway. I don't see why I shouldn't tag along. Oh no, please, after you. If I'm able to get as far as the teleporter that connects to Poitinokos, I should be able to make the remainder of the trip on my own. Now then, would you mind? The blue-haired student is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You may leave this lost student behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have the blue-haired student join you again, return to speak with her at the original location. Nah, you can join up. I'll wrath grind anything that gets in our way. I just need to get the full left side of my armor and then one more ring. And I'll be fully up to 660, which is the gear score. max that I can get with my tombstones. For the time being. Well, I should be happy that at least this mission doesn't pop up random enemies on me. Oh, you got blue hair? What a relief it is to see a familiar sight. Should be alright without you now. After all, it's just a straight shot from here to Point Noikos. Goodness, the earful I'm going to get from my friend. I've kept her waiting for far too long. Well, I really should hurry. She is owed an explanation and a heartfelt apology. Do come see us, though. I would like to thank you properly. I'm heading back that way anyways, so I need my reward, plus I need to do the other mission. Yes. Go to Zephyros. Ah, Cleon is right here, fighting a Minotaur. Nice. I've never really dyed my hair. Mine's still brown as the day I was born. Thank you for taking the initiative. I wasn't sure about the etiquette of destroying a creature under observation. I am Cleon, recently arrived from Amarat. I assume Myra sent you to fetch me. I see. Well, we had best not keep her waiting any longer. Fear not. I will avoid upsetting any more of the local inhabitants. Although I did have one instance where I had a tuft of my hair, like, in front of my face, dyed purple. Yeah, right? I had my hair colored purple, like, slightly, like one little tuft of hair for a concert. That was it. Not really. It was literally just for that night. It was just a fun time. Thank you for your help. Truth be told, when my friend first dashed off, I had assumed it was because she forgot an assignment from Mitron. Lo and behold, I was right. We are studying at the words of Mitron and Academia Niter, learning all we can about the engendering of aquatic life from that selfsame master. Very short phase. Only, like, not even a few hours. Honestly, though, I have no idea why Mitron would ask me to procure a flower of all things, and one that's still undergoing testing at Elpis. It's very beautiful, yes, but what has it to do with ichthyology? Well, nothing, but that's the point, surely. It must be intended as a present, one meant for Logrif. Mitron is hopelessly enamored, as we all well know. Alrighty. We do? This is certainly news to me. Though now that you mention it, I suppose I have seen sparks between them. I wonder why I never noticed before. That settles it. We need to hurry back and begin an in-depth observation of their romantic entanglements. I can't believe I wasted all this valuable research time lost amongst the trees, and I would have wasted even more if not for you, good sir. Now that my friend and I are together again, we can get back to the Academia and deliver the flower to Mitron before it wilts. But before we rush off, a reward. You certainly deserve it. One more turn in. And I'll be able to fly here. Yeah. Ooh, Labyrinthos and Mary Lementorum are going to be the worst ones because I've got one quest, that's it. I gotta find 4 and then do 4. Blech. I'm going to let this one go on a little bit longer because I want to try and knock out as much of this as possible. Hero, thank you for seeing to the safety of our guest. Indeed, my hesitancy to act would have ended poorly had your messenger not been there to shield me. And I'm certainly glad that he was. Now, shall we proceed to the business of the day? I believe you had some concerns regarding your personal creations. Yes, as embarrassing as it is to admit, I was worried that the concepts I registered with the Bureau of the Architect may not be fit for release into the wild. Oh, you needn't feel embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first visitor we've had who've expressed difficulty in helping their children leave the nest. We can look in on them right now, if you like. I should like that very much, but I do have one request. When you swooped in to rescue me from that beast, I was treated to an impressive display of battle prowess. An entity with your strength and instinct would be the perfect candidate for evaluating the worth of my modest creations. I must insist that you join us. What a fascinating notion. Yes, I quite agree with your assessment. Then we all go together. Whenever you are ready, hero. Sure. And we never went again. I'll do it eventually. If I ever come back here for it. What is the reward for it? Money. Lame. Alright, I got Freebird Elpis. We're going to Garlemald now. Tis sad that Garlemald only has 2 spots, though. To port. Best delivered cold. Well, well, now there's a cipher that warmed the heart. I never thought I'd have the honor to meet a hero of your pedigree, let alone beg for your aid. You see, I've got a shipment of supplies to send down to Tapper's Den, and having someone who knows the lay of the land by my side would go a long way to ensure it's safely delivered. I'd defend it myself, but I have to carry the bloody thing. If you'd be so kind as to escort me, I'll assure you I'll make it worth your while. Fine. Well then, I'll be waiting outside the gates of the camp. Come meet me when you're ready, but don't take too long. Monsters abound in these parts. Lame. So pretty far north. Remelnod. Or Node. In pursuit of power. Just who I was looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Remelnod of Ishgard. I've been put in charge of our arrangement with Tapper's Den, you see. However, the very first of the Tappers to come bearing ceruleum has asked quite a lot of us, if I do say so. They wish for our help in getting Juturna Platform G up and running. The very same platform that's at the head of the Imperial's primary energy pipeline. What's more, he's a Garlean. I was convinced the only engineers left in Tapper's Den were from conquered territories. In any case, I'm not qualified to judge the motives of the man. I'd feel much more at ease if I had someone of your experience helping to make the call. I thank you for your willingness to assist. Let us go and speak with the Tapper in question, then. He's a man by the name of Appius. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I suppose you must be the friend Remelnod wanted to fetch. Sure, that is me. 'Tis I. Friendly one. You have my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. Do not misunderstand. I have yet to agree to any such thing. I merely wanted someone else present during our talk. Very well, though I do believe my proffered deal would be a boon to us and the Ilsebard contingent alike. I used to work on Juturna Platform G, you see, so I know more than most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relationship to the facility notwithstanding, why should a Garlean such as yourself still be taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former workers residing there were from other territories. You're right on the technicality. I was a supervisor rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, it only seemed right that I stay with my crew. I always thought we were close, but living alongside them in Tapper's Den has made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted, and that's to say nothing of the blind eye I turned to their struggles. That's why I came to you. It's high time I be of some real use to them, and everyone else if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform back on working order, it'll dramatically increase our capacity to pump and refine ceruleum for everyone in the region. Sadly, we're more than a few hands short of a full workforce, not to mention the lack of supplies. Which is precisely where you come in. Help us get things up and running again, and you'll have your share of the ceruleum coming out of the rig. You couldn't come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. So he says, what do you think? Trust within me, I'm a little uneasy about this. I'll go with it. I mean, can't really do much. The place got crushed. Yes, I'd be leaning the same way myself. Ultimately, what he says about the potential benefits is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the higher-ups would assent to this. I suppose that is how it goes when you're dealing with military types. For what it's worth, I do understand the hesitancy to throw your lot in with someone from a hostile nation. Thus, part 2 of my proposal. I shall do you a service to prove myself worthy of the contingent's trust. I had a look around the fringes of your camp here before you arrived, and I've spotted a few ceruleum engines in need of repair. If I fix them up, your superior would have no reason to suspect that I want you to see you driven out. Less reason in any case. Assisting us with use of local technology would go a long way, I'd imagine. That said, I've not heard anything about the ceruleum engines we've scavenged breaking down. It's not as if they're entirely useless yet, but I guarantee they're not running as they should. Give me the opportunity and I can have them working more efficiently and safely. You're welcome to accompany me while I do so. That way you can ensure that I don't get up to anything suspect, and then vouch for me with your superiors. I have no objections. I trust you you will sense anything amiss. Sure. Let's begin with a proper inspection then. We can get to work as soon as you're ready, hero. Now, the ultimate objective is to get the engines running at full capacity. The purpose of this inspection is to work out what parts we'll need. However, I would hate to fumble something and be accused of sabotage, so I'd appreciate it if you could be the one to lay hands on the devices. Never fear, I'll be right behind you telling you what to look for. If we inspect, say, 3 of them, we should have a decent idea of what needs repair. Lead the way. Appius is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Appius behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Appius accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. Sure. Alright, where are these blasted engines at? Yeah, there. Oops, I didn't mean to actually do that. North. Straight north. I meant to actually do this. So that way I can sprint. Alright, where's this other engine at? There it is. Praise be to your deft hands. I have an idea of what our next step ought to be, though perhaps it would be best to apprise Rimmelsdott of our progress first. Sure. How are our engines? Alas, I fear that each of those we examined are guaranteed to break down sooner or later should you continue using them in their current state. Surely you jest. I swear it on my integrity as an engineer. You are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of ceruleum engines. You saw the little lamp light up when you touch the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them from burning out, only to let them freeze solid instead ere you lot turned them on. From the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I noticed you have heating technology of your own, but it will do you no good should the engines to power them break, now will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. I'm a machinist from Frozen Climes myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Very well. On behalf of the camp, I formally ask that you repair the ceruleum engines. I suppose that means I will be taking responsibility if anything goes wrong, so you may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. Welcome back. Stranded at the station. I've seen you before, in Tertium, yes? I was part of the first group transferred here, but there's someone I'm trying to find, a small boy, right here. Have you seen him? No. He's probably still refusing to budge. Huh? Oh, my apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Gala, 1st Legion. I've been doing what I can for the refugees, though I suppose I'm one myself. You see, I've always tried to help those in need. Some call me a busybody, in fact. Before joining the military, I was a member of the Vigilis Urbani, and it was our duty to keep the citizenry safe. Old habits die hard, though, which is why I'm determined to look after that lad. Colored dots? On the bottom? Oh, that's my inventory. And my equipment. The two lines of green on the left is my equipment. When they go white, it means that my gear is spirit bonded, and I can draw materia out for more stats. And the blue, red, and other green stuff, that's my inventory. I'll show you in a second once we're done talking with these people, because I've got a lot of junk. You see, I've always tried to help those in need, and there's no need to keep sinners safe. Old habits die hard, though, which is why I'm determined to look after the lad, He's been separated from his parents in the chaos, but he won't leave the station without them. Thing is, that's no place for a child his age to be fending for himself. You've seen the conditions there. He needs food and warmth, which you and yours have been kind enough to offer. I should go back to the station and try persuading him to join your camp. Could I trouble you to accompany me? It'll do him good to see you're not the monsters he probably thinks you are. Sure. Thank you. Well then, no time like the present. I'll see you over there. But yeah, see? I got a lot of junk in my inventory. Lefty! Alright, let's go and grab this person, because I need to defend them. There you are. I knew you'd have the heart to help out a soul in need. The commissary officer is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave the commissary officer behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have the commissary officer, accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. Who wants to taste my danger hoop? I will crush any and all who get in my way. I heard some disconcerting news, by the way, Bunny, that the next patch for 7 Days to Die got pushed back to June, sadly. This music reminds me of Eblin from Final Fantasy IV. Yep. Yeah, I'm sad though because I want to get back to playing it, but I don't want to make any more videos of it just to find out that, you know, hey, you got to start over. True. Oh, my friends aren't going to believe who's protecting me. I'll be telling this story when I'm in my cups for moons to come. It'll be some time yet before we've mapped the entirety of this vast expanse. It stretches north as far as the eye can see, unhospitable to even the hardiest of explorers. It's a wonder that the Garleans survived at all, let alone went on to form the Empire. Seeing the Magna Glacias with my own eyes, however, I've gained some understanding of their disposition. Sorry to hear that you're bummed out. Hopefully things turn around. This is only hearsay, but I've been told those masses are formed when ceruleum bursts forth from the earth and comes into contact with the surrounding water, freezing instantly and capturing the moment of violence forevermore. Where's that? The water mixed in it prevents the ceruleum from being set aflame, so we can't use it as fuel without refinement. The amount of ceruleum you get after all that work is barely worth the trouble. Pure ceruleum is wrested straight from the earth. That's what those rigs you see off in the distance are doing, or so I've heard. Here we are, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Now all that's left is to deliver the goods. Let's enter those caves and get some shelter from these freezing winds, eh? Ah, my riding marble. Yee. Boinky, boinky, boinky. Well, the goods have been safely delivered, but I'm afraid I have one more task to beg of you. Of course, I'd do it myself if I could, but I'm afraid this calls for someone with skills that I lack. You're not obligated to help me again, but seeing as how you are already here, maybe you won't mind hearing me out. Sorry, I pass. Another day. Somewhere over here, I think. Or over here is my aether current. So we're gonna go get that, then we're gonna go do the other missions, and then I'll call it. That'll be exactly halfway. Northwest. Getting there. I'm also gonna have a little bit of a snack before I start Lunar up. I would have loved to have seen Garlemald before it became a war-torn husk. I mean, all you get to see is this blasted out area and the giant looming epitome of destruction. I go, what's the message? Going straight west now. Oop, sorry, I was looking at a message. Going this way. There it is, I see it. Yum, yum. I love getting these. Being able to fly will be fun again. So now I'm gonna just port straight to Tertium. Ooh, cards. Worldly Imperial. I suppose games present a good opportunity to get to know people. What say you? Are you willing to play around with me? Sudden death, all open, and roulette. Order. Alright. I win. Congratulations, you beat me fair and square, or did you? But alright, so we got that taken care of. There's Gala. If my prediction is correct, he should still be around here. His name's Velocis, but most know him better for his scarlet locks. Considering how reluctant he is to leave, I doubt he'd answer if we tried calling out for him. Would you mind helping me look? Yeah, fun. Fun on a bun. Especially considering I can hardly see, because it's so dark in here. To me. Alright, where are you at? There's Euless, Alice, and Alphino. Probably in one of these. No, not in that one. Velocis. I don't think he'd be in here, because this is where the guy shot himself. Quintus. Where are you, kid? Oh, there he is. Found you. Who are you? I'm the guy that systematically just toppled pretty much a bunch of your empire. Velocis, we've been looking everywhere for you. Still refusing to join everyone at the other camp, I see. I'm not going anywhere, not without Mom and Dad. Don't you see, it's for your own good. I know you. Came here with Euless, didn't you? Please, you gotta listen to me. Mom and Dad are alive. I know they are. No one's saying they aren't. Sorry to burden you, but I have a feeling he'll be more cooperative once he's got this off his chest. Hear him out, would you? Sure. Spill the beans, kid. Oh, never mind. Sorry, kiddo. I am completely splitting. Unless you got a good reward. Nope, just money. Bye-bye. Another time, kiddo. Another time. Promise. I'll be back in a few years. For the most part, I usually only do blue quests because they're the ones that unlock stuff. Azure-haired woman. Children are our future. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a little boy with the hair similar shade to mine? He's my son, and I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we ought to seek refuge in your encampment, and he started wailing and sobbing like I had never seen. The next thing I knew, he was running hell for leather goodness knows where. I'm worried he may have left the station altogether, and the streets above are rife with danger. Please, could you find him for me? Another kid that's not listening. Oh, you will, bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tried to return to our house to the north of Palatium Novum. Palatium Novum. Try there first before anywhere. He'll be easy to recognize, I should think, what with the color of his hair and all. Do I have your permission to beat said ass when I find him? There's 2 kids in a row that weren't listening to adults. When all they're trying to do is help them out. This is no place for children. Look at this place. Look at that. Oh, not the chocobo bum, but you know. Now I gotta find a way to get into this stupid building and find the kid. Oh. Another block street? Who are you? Sorry. Mother sent you? Huh. Tell her I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. The boy with the sky blue hair has made good his escape. You had best resume your search for this obstreperous youth. I'm so beating you with my axe. The flat of the blade, of course. And the non-heated portion. Up. Stop following me. That was quick. Once again, the boy with the sky blue hair has taken flight, and will likely be looking over his shoulder for signs of trouble from now on. With a weary sigh, you resume the hunt. Follow the boy from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again by looking out over this direction. I hate these. I'm just going to go ahead and do this for now. Because you can't follow too close, you can't fall too far behind. See that little... Oh! See that little circle that cropped up? Oh, did I fail already? I failed already. I'm taking my anger out on you. You're gonna die. I have some critties. Yes, I know what to do. Commence it. Going right over here. I know he's gonna stop. Yeah, right. I did miss that golden opportunity, didn't I? I feel so so wrong that I missed the chicken butt. I'm glad that your day's been made. That's basically... Oh, Jesus criminy. Basically, I have done my duty. That's basically the duty I wanted to do for my my channel. Was to my duty for this channel is basically just to entertain. No, not violate chickens. Morpho, get back here. Oh, crap baskets. He's turning this way? How in the heck is he able to walk by all these enemies and everything? Lame. Kid should have gotten skewered multiple times by that one automaton right yonder. I guarantee you he's not level 83. Oh, crap baskets. They made this one a lot harder. Jump over. I can't let him get too far away. At the same time, I don't know where he's going to turn. Oh! Okay, good. That's right, kid. Your house got crushed, bro. Just like your dreams. No, our home. It was here, right here. You again. Leave me alone. I'm staying here to build a new house, bigger and better than the old one. Next time, hamstring the kid. Your child has escaped your grasp yet again. Though this may be construed as a particularly tiresome endeavor, remember that he is only a child and knows no better. He's old enough to run away. He's old enough to know better. You should find him before he comes to harm. If he runs away one more time, I'm going to be the one doing the harm. For his own betterment. Hey, look, he's in combat. Hey, watch, this is going to be you if you run away again. You want some of that? Only brats that don't pay attention and don't listen. Why do you care so much? We're enemies, remember? Why are you trying to help me? You need help and I'm offering it. How would your mother feel if something were to happen to you? Where to use that? Play the mother angle, even though he doesn't care. I don't care what you say. We don't need your help. My mother's worried I should go back to the station. And again, the kid runs off on his own. Oh, I'm glad I was able to provide said laugh. And since I'm smack dab in the middle of, Ruin Town, I'm just going to go ahead and port back, because I don't know how to get out of this tangled mess that this kid left me in. Kid made me waste another Aetherite ticket. Bleh. Alright, lady. Give me the stupid Aether current so I can go ahead and get out of here. That was so lame. You need to have better parenting skills, woman. And her name is Woman in the name, as you can see, azure-haired woman. I was wondering when I would see you again. I'm happy to report my son has returned. Poor creature. You should have seen him, tears pouring down his little cheeks, crying his apologies to me. I know that you were the one who found him, though he didn't mention a word of it to me. I almost couldn't believe my ears when he said he wouldn't mind moving to your camp. He was dead against it only hours ago. What could have happened, I wonder? He saw these hands and didn't want to catch them. What? He was attacked? By that horrid Magitech, you say? Goodness, that must have been quite a shock for my little man. Thank you for coming to his rescue. There is a salutary lesson to be gained from all this, though. One that I hope he retains. Do not scorn a proffered hand when one is in need, whether that hand be friend or foes. At any rate, I thank you for finding him. It's not much, but please, I insist. Thank you, lady. Yay, I'm a free bird in Garlemald. Yay! Yeah, that is one heck of a scar. That never gets fixed, or at least for now. Alright, so we have these three. We have 3 more to go. I could do Thavnair before heading out. We'll start it all here. Ydilamad. Alright. Let's go and grab the missions. Ogle, huh? Ogle likes to ogle? Stepchild. Why are there Matanga everywhere? Has this town fallen? Ah, your face. It is known to me. You were the warrior who fought for the mole in the Nadam. I am Ogle of the Katayan. It was your bravery and skill which inspired me to embark upon my own hero's journey. Yet now I have foolishly blundered into a den of Matanga. Why do these others walk without fear? Do they not care if they are slaughtered? These Matanga are not like those of the Azim Steppe. The Arcasadora are a civilized tribe. I do not doubt your word, but grandmother would always warn me. If you encounter a Matanga, you turn tail and flee as fast and far as you can. Her tales were awful and bloody, and so now the very sight of them, the terror rises unbidden. No, I cannot stay here. I must earn enough coin to buy passes from this nightmare island as soon as possible. I beg of you, stay at my side for a time, just until I meet with this Kinkana person the sailors told me about. She is said to have work that pays a fair wage, so I will see that what she has for me. $5 says that this person is an Arcasadora. These are Arcasadoras, the elephant people. Do I have any other? Nope, not in this area. Heavily northeast, so it would be over by Palaka's stand. I was right. By the Dust Mother. No one told me Kinkana was a Matanga. Could I ask you to speak with her in my stead? Welcome to Ydilamad, traveler. I am Kinkana, and it is my job to assign the right work to the right workers. Might I have your name? Hero and Ogle, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did it have to be a Matanga? Is your companion quite alright? Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gajasura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work, though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can since the troubles began, so I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Fighting? I can fight. Lest you doubt, my skill is likened to that of the Dragonbane, the legendary Chaka Zo herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you out on escort duty then? A group of artisans set off to harvest materials and ask that I send any prospective protectors their way should I happen to enlist any. What? They already set off. Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Kajaya's footsteps. They'll need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. And these artisans you speak of, do they also include Matanga in their number? It was an Arcasadora who submitted the request. I hope that won't be a problem. Oh, not at all. I look forward to fainting at the feet of my most feared enemy. Here, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of the Nadam, and half the reward for this task will be yours. I need a full aether wind, not a half one. The artisan didn't plan to venture far. Leave Yadelamad to the west, and you should soon come across your employer. And that is where we shall meet. You will find me there, yes? Sure. You can keep the cash. I'll keep the aether current. Hey, it's my version of Lapras. That didn't go very far. Ah, you must be our belated escort, yes? Glad to have such courageous, is your companion not well? She seems a touch shaky. Of course, I should have thought of it before. I shall harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisans stay here. That way I have no need to fear him or being harmed. Perfect. I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wilds, and I wanted someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. Is your friend perhaps frightened by Arcasadora? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you could patrol the area as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Sure. I'm due for a beatdown. Ogle has run off into the wilds alone. Keep an eye out for her as you continue your patrol. I'm getting close to leveling. I might hit level 93 soon. Uh-oh, someone needs to get saved. And there's Ogle. It's like this. And like that. And a charge in. And another smack. And another crit. You must think me foolish. I was so absorbed in my task that I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time to meet the others. Phrasing. What happened? Did you slay the beast? Yep. That was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second, knowing a Matanga stood at my back, my mind froze and my body refused to obey. Grandmother taught that we should let fear wash over us like water, but to my shame I could not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, hero, but why did you follow me? We were to patrol. Forgive me. I should have waited for orders instead of running off alone and putting lives in peril. Come, we should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded men reach safety. Hey, look, she actually had concern for someone that she's afraid of. There's a little growth there. Character development, people. My colleague told me of his rescue. Although we had hoped for an escort from the start, imagine if you hadn't come at all. I sent him and the others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As for your payment, that you can collect from Kankana. Right, I suppose we report to Kankana then. She's dressed up as a samurai, I just noticed. She has a katana on. Ah, there you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. When times are hard, the people of Thavdar rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts with the teachings of the divine. The death of an artisan would have thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please accept your payment, half each, as agreed upon. Are you interested in further work? I may have something for you if so. The Matanga along the way. Well, it does unlock something, but I don't remember what it unlocks, so we'll leave it for another time. I need Aether Current, so we're not getting sidetracked. Nope. Nope. There is one at the Great Work. So we're gonna go port to the Great Work now. And then I'm gonna check and see if I could find any aether currents nearby. Nope. It's target locked on that one that I first locked in on. Great. Jalamok. Alchemist or dancer? Do you have a moment, adventurer? One of my colleagues has gone missing. She said she was going to Kajaya's footsteps to get a bit of exercise, but she hasn't come back. I'd go search for her, but it's almost time for a shift change, and I can't very well leave the kiln to operate itself. Could you find her and fetch her for me? Sure, I'll go ahead and go fetch your errant buddy. You're too kind. She should be in Kajaya's footsteps. Keep an eye out for a hero with black hair. I'm sure she'll be happy to see you. She was out the last time you were by, and she was devastated that she missed out on the chance to meet the adventurer aiding the students of Aldessian. Well, now she gets to meet up with me because she's late for work. So we're going here. I want to fly too. What do you mean I need to get back to work? Oh, have I really been out that long? I should really go. But I was hoping to get a better look at the stage before I left. I'm sure you're busy, but could you assist me for a moment? Sure. Thank you. I'll inspect the walls, so could you make sure the stage is in order? Let me pat. Some of the paint is worn off. It could use a fresh coat. Okay. Let's go pat up here. The cloth wavers exquisitely in the wind. No problems here. Sweet. Alright, let's look out over here. Pat. There's a small hole in the floor. That can't be good. Hop. Any problems? The floor and the paint. I'll have to fix them the next time I come by. Thank you for checking. You know, it seems odd that I've never met you until now. You wouldn't happen to be the adventurer sent by the students of Aldessian, would you? You are, and here I was delegating you menial tasks. If I had known, I've always admired travelers like you. You see, I was studying to be a dancer under Mistress Nashmera at one time. I wanted to see the realm as I traveled for performances. And maybe I still can, not as a dancer, of course, but as an alchemist. But we should hurry back to the Great Work. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. Yes, please, hurry back. Without an escort during these trying times. Be happy that I've already stopped the final days, so you don't have to worry about being kidnapped anymore, or transformed. I'll just trample my way back. Alone. How are my classes looking? Okay, so... Scholar and Summoner are almost 90. Yum. I was using them to farm the Catissus Hyperborea. Because that gear is some nice stuff. I love how my controller rumbles with each step. Gives me a nice, like, resolution with how the steps go. Ah, there you are. I heard you helped my colleague with her stage inspection while you were out. It's greatly appreciated. She really looks up to your kind, you know. She lost her chance to become a dancer due to an unfortunate injury, and now she's working to heal the sick and injured as an alchemist. She was so happy to meet you, as am I. Here, a token of our thanks. Yay, thank you. Now I gotta go to the other part, so we're going to Palaka Stand. Whoosh. Oh wait, if I remember correctly, that's the last one I needed anyways. Southeast. So it's somewhere around here. Go and pick up the quests first. What's in a parent? Oh, excuse me. Did you need something? Wait, you're him, the very man who saved Mevin's child. Hero, was it? I knew it. I'm Yazan, an alchemist of the great work. I am but one of the few who are looking after the child as she makes her recovery. Mevin and Karasef were dear friends of mine. Thank you for everything you've done for their daughter. Her condition is on the mend, I'm sure you'll be glad to hear. We've been taking turns checking in on her. The last thing she needs is a gaggle of adults fussing over her day and night. That being said, when she is healed fully, there is the question of who will be in charge of her care. For the love I bore her parents, I would gladly take her in as my own, but that would mean raising her away from her home. Moreover, I am yet to be wed, and my duties consume so much of my time I could scarce focus on my own care, let alone that of a growing child. I doubt my ability to give her the love she deserves, love equal to that her parents gave her. She deserves better than that, so I've considered finding someone more suitable. It's the least I could do, and truth be told, perhaps the best option. Even so, although I was born here, much of my life was spent at the great work. I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea who to ask, even if I had the time to do so. You, however, seem to be well loved among the people here. Could you ask around in my stead? It would be a much more effective use of my time to prepare medicine for the wounded and sick. Sure. I apologize for imposing such an enormous task upon you, but I would trust no one else with it. When you've finished, come to my hut to the south of the settlement, and we can discuss any potential parental candidates. Sweet, I get to play Parent Finder. If you ask me, Passerine is the most motherly among us. She had a child of her own not too long ago, so I reckon there's no one better to be a wet nurse. That being said, times have been troubled for us all. It might be unseemly to ask her to take on such a burden unless she is willing. Alright. Radiant Patrol. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing the settlement whole. I fixed that for you already. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once. He didn't hear me in the least. Alright, where is this person? A weary radiant. No problem. Inagama's footsteps. Ooh, there's a food connected. Lentil curry. That would be good for Summoner. Ah, what luck. You look capable of braving the jungles unscathed. Would you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from? God damn, you guys have problems with refugees being lost. As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of Agama Temple along with a few others. There, one of those terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. While I was able to make my way here, none of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I would like nothing more than to search myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. Agama Temple is to the west. Please, journey there and guide anyone you can find back here. I can only hope that some manage to survive the madness. Well, I'm going to go and take care of some things. East. I need to go east. I see it! Tasty, tasty aether carrot. Give me. Alright, that should be all of the non-quest ones. Yep. I was about to say no. Do 2 missions and then yay, Thavendir's done and I'll be 2/3 of the way done. Whee! Probably end it after that because I need to get a little bit of a break in before I start Lunar up. We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees from Yedilmad pass. We will cover more ground if we split into 2 groups. If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid, and if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. If you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed. That's a lot of places. Brr. I don't see anything. Survey the area, but detect nothing out of the ordinary. One of these I'm probably gonna get attacked, and one of these I'm probably gonna find effects. Oh, here's combat. Purple always means combat. And it's a wounded citizen on top of it. It's Dunyan Rings. You're safe, my friend. Oh, is it gone? Thank the gods. I would have surely died without your help. What are you doing out here? I see. So the Radiant Host looks over us yet. For that I'm grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path you took to get here, I should be safe on my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you? I left a lot of stuff alive, bro. Hey look, I found an effect. You see a strange statuette lying on the ground depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best to collect it. Alright, we're gonna stop here. Welcome back. And I'm gonna go over there. Hello, there's a lookout here. Nah, we're not gonna grab it. We'll get it another time. You know, if I probably hadn't have dabbled around with Island Paradise, I probably could have gotten all of this done in this stream. But I had to get it started. Welcome back. I've heard all about your noble deed. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. You've more than earned a reward for your time. Speak with me again at Palakistan and I'll ensure that you get it. Sweet. I still got 2 other missions to do. The last 2 are going to be doozies. Oh, and I forgot to spend my, yep, my wolf marks. Oh well. Who are you? Are you here to save me? Yep. Of course, I knew she wouldn't forget about us. The beast prowled the area for some time, but I managed to find refuge among these rocks. However, I've been too frightened to set foot from their shelter for fear of drawing the attention of some hungry animal. But with you here, I believe I could find the courage. Will you accompany me to Palakistan? Sure. Thank you. Now let us tread carefully. Escort the unfortunate straggler safely to Palakistan. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to the vicinity of Agama Temple, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Oh, crap. So this is one of those... Are you coming or what? No, get over here. Get over here. I do not want to restart this. You will cease and desist. Are you coming along? Okay, good. Note to self, some of the enemies will just go straight for him instead of me. No matter how many times I beat on him. I wonder, do you sprint? No, you do not. Oh, now I gotta deal with... Alright, where are you at? Okay, good. He's hardier than I thought he was. Thank the gods. I don't want to fight you. Come this way. Oh, you crap basket. Oh, you're getting everything. You really are a straggler. I don't know how to thank you. You saved my life. Give me the Aether Current. We'll call it even. Ah, don't you shake your head. Get that reward. Please tell that brave woman from the Radiant Host that I've arrived safe and sound. I must think of a way to repay your bravery. The work ahead of us is vast, and any lives we can save are precious indeed. All I came across in my patrol was a discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note? I found a statuette. I recognize this figure. Doubtless you are curious as to what it depicts. There is a legend that tells of a Manusia goddess who sought the strength of the Murga, wresting her own head from her body and replacing it with the bestial pate of the Marga. In pursuit of wisdom, did a Murga do the same, replacing his own head with that of a Manusia. Thus were born divine beings gifted with both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder that the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of a tribe for help. A figure so fine was likely beloved by its owner. I shall do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help today, traveler. Yay! Tasty. I watched your arrival. I recognized that man from the group I was with, and I'm overjoyed to see him safe. Thank you for escorting him here. Truly you are worthy of the reputation you've earned. I dare say even Agama would be awed by your bravery. He was a storied mendicant of the Arcasadora. When the heroes landed ashore this island and war broke out, he spared no effort to save the lives of all who were injured in the conflict. He saw no tribes, only those in need. He is not so different from you, who throws himself into the maw of danger to save someone they've never met. If Agama's spirit lives on today, it is through your selfless deeds. Take this as a reward, although I have no doubt you would deny it if I let you. Once my watch has ended, I shall patrol the woods in search of any more hiding amongst the trees. Wait, my achievement's complete, but I didn't finish. Okay, never mind. Who do I think is most suited to care for the child? Yezin is the obvious choice, dependable, loyal, and dutiful. Every quality you would desire in a parent. I know he does become so absorbed in his research, but that devotion has made him a peerless alchemist. Who better is there to look after someone so sickly as her? Well, I guess we'll finish this one since I already have it up. The child, eh? None dote over her quite like Yezin, but I understand alchemy isn't a merciful trade for a parent. Still, there's no one else that comes to mind when I consider the question. I'd volunteer to take her in myself, but with the chaos of recent events, it's difficult enough to see that me and mine are fed and clothed. I know I'm not the only one facing such hardships, either. So there's 2 votes for Yeza and 1 vote for another person. Welcome to my humble workshop, hero. I'm almost too nervous to ask, but what did the others say? Someone nominated me. Well, that's neither here... wow, oof, my voice. Well, that's neither here nor there. You said Passerine's name was mentioned. She was a good friend to Mevin, it's true, but there are other factors at play that make me reticent to ask her. Simply put, I'd rather not burden her further if it can be avoided. That being said, we don't exactly have the luxury of choice, all things considered. I suppose I would be remiss if I didn't at least speak with her. I owe the child that much. Will you accompany me, hero? A supportive presence by my side would help me find the right words. Passerine should be nearby, doubtless watching over her own child. I must deliver this medicine before speaking with her, so please go on ahead. It's a trap. They want you to go talk to her instead. Yezin, it's so good to see you. And who is this with you? Passerine Meat Hero. He's the hero who saved Mevin and Karasev's daughter. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Thank you for your bravery. I've heard tell of the trouble she's been through since. I hope that you're able to see her return to health soon. It has been trying, to be sure, but we must look forward to the day she is hale. Everyone is doing their utmost to make it so. The question remains as to where she will go from there, however. I've considered taking her into my home, but I fear my qualifications as a parent are somewhat lacking. Wait. I know you two have been a dear friend to Mevin, and as such only thought it meet to ask if you're willing to care for her daughter. If you are, I would do everything in my power to see that she is given into your care. I'm flattered. Mevin was as family to me, and I view her child as my own. I would do anything to see her raised into as brave a woman as her mother. However, I cannot care for her. I'm not worthy to care for her. Worthy? What does that... my apologies. I understand it was a sudden request, and no small one besides. Please forgive the imposition. I'll be in the village for some time yet. Should you require treatment for you and yours, please seek me out. I will, thank you, Yezin. I would speak with you further, hero. Let's return to my dwelling. You drag out my reward. Not trying to sound mean or anything, it's just a lot of steps. I wasn't too forceful, was I? I simply asked her if she was willing. I didn't mean to make her feel obligated to agree. I found her words somewhat mystifying, not worthy. What could that mean? I'm usually not one to pry, but this worries me. I consider Passerine a friend, and I am loath to leave her to her troubles. And there is still the matter of the child. I shall have to think on what to do from here. I may need your help again soon, hero. I hope you are willing. Oh, this wasn't even one that I needed to do. Meh, I did an extra mission. Oh well. Alright, so we got 4 of the 6. Yay! Labyrinthos and Mary Lamentorum, they'll be done at another date. I just ticked into the 3-hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Thanks for joining me, Bunny. Thanks, Plexus, even though you're not here anymore. For this stream. I'm going to hop back on in a little bit, though, by the way, Bunny. So if you want to pop back on, if you're not busy or whatnot, that would be nice. Anyways, this has been part 159 of my livestream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If y'all liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber to keep up with my content. Comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay, no spoilers please. And I will see you all in the next video. Catch y'all then. Later. Oop, that's wrong button. Wrong button.